then, welcome back. When we first saw some videos about the stadium, and we saw this XY pad, I instantly thought, oh, it's like a chaos pad. So one of the things I've been getting round to doing is looking at how we can affect parameters with that XY touch screen. Initially, I've not tried this yet, but like using like the looper or the polysustain. But what I've decided, what I thought would be a good way of starting is, so I can just sit here pushing buttons, was to set up the 4-note generator, which allows you to do these frequencies. We've got 49, 196, 784, 3.1K. I've not really done anything else with the settings, but then I've controlled the volume, the output level of those individual frequencies, and been able to. Sorry, I didn't realise I'd got some of the other effects on there. So yeah, we're able to individually turn those 4 frequencies on. So using that, we can add this very low sub, and then I've added some different effects, tremolo, and that kind of spacey reverb. But if we go just as it is currently, we can go on here, and I've made the Y minimum, it goes up in 2 octaves over a G note, and then what I've tried to do is the next 2 octaves, and it's a little bit out of tune when we get to that point, because it's not exactly a frequency that we can get to be perfectly in tune. So the 3.1K, when it's something else actually, sorry, that's where it starts. Where it ends up is around 6.1K. Right, so we've got these 4 notes, and then we can start playing around with them. So I've added I added a fuzz initially, but I think this is good because it's it's Crawthorne Drive, because it allows us to it can handle like those lower frequencies. We've got this Q filter. You could swap that with a wah, but the wah being more mid-focused. I didn't find it squeezed the EQ a bit too much. We lost a low and a lot of low and top end. A tremolo. So if we're in the middle, kind of that, we slowly get faster, slowly get slower, and then this reverb, which isn't affected by anything. Add some of these on top of each other. As well, I've been playing around with this block down here. I've not it's assigned down to this button here to turn it on and off. And I've been finding just going up and down some of these sounds awesome. But before I do that, I've just got to adjust this because they're very loud. This is my microphone input, by the way. So if we add a sub and then go onto this synth string, sounds awesome. So we can kind of put that on. Go on here and change it to a Yeah, so lots you can do, but back to the standard kind of idea that we can have with just a single note. That's some of the bits I've been playing around with. Anyway, hope that was interesting and giving you maybe some ideas of what you can do with these assignment of X and Y. I'll just go through and show you that. So that's the parameter that I'm using with the right and left on the X. Again, with the tremolo. My plan was to add an EQ as well, but I never got around to that actually. I'm not really doing any controlling on the XY pad there, and nothing on the reverbs as well. So it's mainly just engaging those. And as I say, the more complicated thing was just basically doing a bit of research. You could change these sine waves to something else as well to play around with it. But I'll make this available for free download on my Buy Me a Coffee page. And if you're watching this on YouTube, if you could give me a like and subscribe, that would be really helpful. But yeah, hopefully you'll have some fun playing with it. Just watch the volume, because it has a tendency to, when you start adding some of these synth and some of these other effects, it can quite easily get out of hand. Not unlike when you have a delay with full-on feedback. Anyway. Until next time, thank you and goodbye.